Welcome to another Cardano update. So let's start on the 1 hour chart today, and I still think we are in a second wave move down right here, which is the yellow count right here, and we should be heading in a third wave move to the upside. Now the pump that we got right here, it's not really enough. I mean, sure, we went from 30 cents to about 35 cents, but that's not enough for a third wave move up. But I mean, the chart is looking good. We went up in an ABC structure to form a first wave move to the upside, which you cannot really see, but if I zoom in, you'll be able to. It's this wave right here. And then we went down into an ABC structure to form the second wave move down, which means that right now we should be getting a third wave move to the upside, and that third wave move to the upside should get to the 200% extension of the first wave low and the first wave high, which is at 53 cents. Now, I don't know if we will get a 4 and a 5 after the third wave. I mean, this could only be an ABC structure, so you have to be aware of that. If it is an ABC structure, I mean, it's going to be okay, but it's not going to confirm that the second wave move down is in. Because to confirm this, we need a 5-wave move up, so we'll see if we manage to actually go up in 5 waves, but if we don't, then we'll at least get above the bull market support band, so it's looking okay so far. Now, don't forget, we are still in a downtrend, as you can see, so we might go to the trend line again. We are very close to it, I guess. I mean, we're like 3 cents away. So if we get rejected by it again, then yeah, you can expect the entire 1-2 setup to get invalidated, and you can expect another low in the second wave move down. But we reacted perfectly to the 0.786 level right here, and then we bounced, so that's a good sign. But to confirm that we actually bottomed in the second wave move down right here, I need a break above this high, which is at 40.2 cents. Now, of course, a break above this high at 36.8 cents will also be a good confirmation, but it will not 100% confirm that the low is actually in, and we still need to get above this high right here, so, you know. Now, do not forget, we had a cross on the bull market support band, and the green line went above the red line. I don't want to talk about this in this video. I've already talked about this multiple times. If you watched my previous videos, you know why this is bullish. But you also know that we might continue going sideways, and maybe we'll even put in another lower low in the second wave move down before we continue with the third wave move up, which means that we might invalidate this structure again, because as you can see here, for example, here we went up in a 1-2 setup and it got invalidated, and we put in another lower low. And right now we are pretty much doing the exact same thing again, so, you know, who's to say that we will not copy what we did over here? If we do, then yeah, we'll get another low and then another low, and it's not going to look good, but it's going to look pretty similar to the 1-2 setup that we got right here in the previous cycle. So I don't know if we will copy this structure 1-to-1, but we might, so who knows? And if we do, then yeah, we'll get another low, which could get to like 25 cents or so, maybe like 24 cents, but do not forget, if we get below 22 cents, that will invalidate the whole 1-2 setup, and that's not going to be very, very bullish. Now, let's say we actually manage to go up in 5 waves. If we go up in 5 waves, that will confirm that the second wave move down is actually in. Now, this fifth wave move, I mean, this could get to about 81 cents or so. I kind of want to see the fifth wave get above the first wave high right here. We don't have to do that, but it kind of needs to happen because this is supposed to be a third wave move to the upside, a main third wave move, so it needs to be bullish and it needs to prove itself. So maybe it will get to this extension right here at the 0.236 extension, so that's about 91 cents. And after we get that fifth wave, that will complete this first wave move to the upside, which is the green wave, and that green move to the upside will be the first wave of the main third wave right here. And then of course we'll get a second wave move down, which will be an ABC structure, most likely, well, not most likely, most definitely, and then a third wave move, and this third wave move could be very, very impulsive. I will be able to give you a target zone for the wave right here after we get the first wave move to the upside, So if this goes higher than, let's say, $1, that's going to be bullish because the third wave will have a lot of potential to go up even more than the first wave. So yeah, it all depends on what the first wave move to the upside actually does. Now let me explain what this green thing is. So this is not really that accurate. I mean, these are the Fibonacci retracements of the low of the first wave and the high of the first wave. And theoretically, the main third wave right here could only get to these levels right here. So between $1.40 and $1 and let's say 80 cents, or maybe even a bit higher, maybe to the 3.618. But I find that to be very unlikely, and I think the third wave will go way higher than these levels right here. But the minimum target for this third wave is the $1.40 level. But that would be very, very bearish because in the previous cycle, as you can see, the third wave went way above these levels, and it did not really care about these levels. But who cared about these levels? Well, it was the first wave move up after the 1-2 setup that we got right here. And the first wave move up actually reacted to the resistance levels. As you can see, we were there for like a month, so they were good for something. They were not good to predict the third wave move up, but they were there for resistance. So maybe we'll use them again in this cycle, which means that the first wave could even get to the $1.40 level. Again, that would be very, very bullish. So I'm not saying that it will happen. We'll most likely not do it. We'll most likely get to this level right here. But even then, I mean, there's still potential for Cardano to go up a lot more after that, so it does not really matter. I'm actually expecting the third wave move to the upside right here to get above the previous all-time high of 2021. And why is that? Well, in the previous cycle, we pretty much did a similar thing. As you can see, in the main third wave, we went above the 100% extension of the previous all-time high, and we actually got to the 1.618 trend-based Fibonacci extension, which was at about $2.16, and then we got rejected. We went into the fourth wave move down, and then we finished the cycle in the fifth wave move up. It almost got to the 2.618 level, and then we had the bear market, and right now we are in a 1-2 setup, which looks again very similar to this setup right here. And if you ignore the pandemic, I mean, right now we should be getting a pump that looks like this. Now, of course, not right now, most likely in October or November, because September, as you know, is not a good month for Bitcoin. And what does that mean? Well, Bitcoin will most likely continue going sideways for the entire month, which means that Cardano will put in lower lows, because when Bitcoin dominance goes down, that's when altcoins start bleeding against Bitcoin. And I mean, altcoins have been bleeding against Bitcoin for a very long time now. If you look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, it has been going up for the past 2 years or so. And at some point, we need an altcoin season. And I believe an altcoin season will happen very, very soon after we top on the Bitcoin dominance chart. And I think the Bitcoin dominance will get to maybe 59.3% or 59.8% or so. I'm not sure where exactly it will top, but I don't think it has topped yet, which means that we will most likely start going up on this chart. Now, I don't know if we will get to the 0.618 extension, because in the previous cycle we didn't, but we got close to it, so we'll have to see what happens with this. I mean, in the previous cycle we were like, let's say, 1.7% away from it, so if we do a similar thing in this cycle, we need to get about 58% or so. So we'll have to see what happens with this. But after we top, I'm expecting a huge altcoin season, and it should look something like this over here. So when Bitcoin dominance goes down, that's when an altcoin season happens. And this is usually the FOMO wave of the entire crypto bull market. So we have not had this yet, which means that there's still a lot of potential for the altcoins to go up. And right now, many altcoins actually need to go up in a third wave move, which goes perfectly well with the fact that Bitcoin dominance is very close to topping. So, you know, of course, not all altcoins will go in a third wave move to the upside, but I think most altcoins will go there if they hold support levels and if they manage to actually survive when Bitcoin does nothing for like 6 months. So far, many altcoins have been able to survive, but there are a few exceptions. For example, Polkadot. As you can see, Polkadot invalidated its 1-2 setup, and right now things are not looking that good. But I still can see it go to like the 100% extension just because we'll get an altcoin season soon, in my opinion. And even though this chart does not look that good, it still has potential to go up just because people will see it on CoinMarketCap and they will be like, the price is low, so I might as well buy because the other altcoins are going up now. And that will make the price go up. So we have not had that FOMO wave right now, which is good. And I believe we are very close to that, but you might have to be patient for another month or so. So that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.